See, let me put y'all on something, right? A lot of y'all battling depression. Listen, until you know yourself, that shit's never gonna go away. You're gonna forever be unhappy until you learn yourself, to who you are at your core. A lot of y'all got no morals, got no principles, got no purpose, empty, right? And I'm gonna be honest. The moment y'all started justifying your actions because of how profitable something is, that's when I tune out. Because let me tell you something. We place things that we buy with money, we place this value on it, right? So all the luxuries of life, the nice houses, the nice cars, the vacations, like the trips and shit, right? The crazy thing is, anything that you can pay with money is actually cheap. Y'all are so focused with this cheap, materialistic shit. Y'all are wasting the only fucking thing that you have that matters. It's your time. How are we spending our time? What are you doing on the day-to-day basis to get better? What are you doing on the day-to-day basis to get closer towards your goals? What are your goals? Are your goals purpose-driven, or are your goals to hit a dollar amount? Because the thing is, a lot of y'all got hard heads. And you know what they say, a hard head makes a soft ass, right? So I used to be like that. I used to think I know it all, and I thought I was smarter than everybody. So I would look at people who were older, who had more experiences than me, and I would hear what they say. And honestly, I always thought I knew better than them, right? So, for instance, right, a lot of us want to do better financially, right? So we also heard plenty of people who are rich and wealthy tell us how money isn't everything, right? And in our minds, we're like, yeah, fuck that shit, right? But how many people do you gotta listen to say money isn't everything? Money doesn't make you happy. And you don't believe it just because you're unhappy and you don't have none, right? So let me tell you this. Money has nothing to do with anything. Like I said, when it all boils down to it, the only thing that matters is the shit you can control. And the only shit that you can control is you and how you live your life. See, the key to everything is that it all comes from within, right? So the money could be a benefit. The money can add positives to our lives. But if we get money and we don't know who we are, if we get money and we don't have purpose, if we get money and we don't have any morals, if we get money and we don't have any integrity, if we get money, just money, that shit won't make you happy. It can't. Money is a commodity. It's a piece of paper. It's pixels composed on your phone screen. When you look at your banking app, money is only an idea. You know, it's an interesting quote, right? And it was like, you know, we all want this money, right? And I'm probably fucking it up. But basically, I'm gonna give you the rundown of the quote, right? It's like, if I had a briefcase, right now, I put a briefcase in front of you and I said, here's $100 million. And you could just have it, like no strings attached, $100 million right there for you. Cash, it's yours, right? Everybody's gonna take it, right? It's a free $100 million. Of course, I'd be a fucking idiot, right? Now, let's say, now I put a briefcase in front of you, $100 million, right? And I said, listen, you can have this $100 million, it's yours, but here's the only catch. After I give you this $100 million, you have 48 hours left to live. How many of y'all are taking that $100 million? Not many of you. You wanna know why? Because fucking waking up tomorrow is worth a lot more than $100 million fucking dollars. And once you get that through your head, and once you really internalize that shit, and once you realize how valuable your fucking time is, you're gonna struggle. Everything's within. Everything. There's nothing that matters outside of you. And guess what? Once you are taken care of, once everything inside of you is taken care of, guess what? The external shit, it's a lot easier to obtain, right? Once you know yourself, once you know how you're spending your time, once you have a purpose, the money comes, the women come, and everything comes. Anything that you want. That's how this world is operated, man. Y'all know about the law of attraction, but y'all don't really know how to implement it. You can have whatever you want as long as you're willing to work for it. And it's so amazing. It's so amazing to me. Like, life is fascinating, right? I used to be a big gamer, right? And I got a lot of friends and shit who still play video games, right? So, my 2K players, right? We all know how this shit goes, right? Every year, right? The new 2K drops, right? So we gotta buy 2K. Not only do we buy 2K, we got first things we gotta do. We gotta spend money on the game. Then we gotta spend some money on some VC, right? Because immediately, what are we trying to do? We are trying to upgrade our player. We know damn well we can't hop into the park. Because if you hop straight into the park, guess what? You a doo-doo shirt with gray pants. Nobody want to run with you. You sitting there waiting on the spot. Motherfucker squatting up on your ass like you're a goofy, right? And so, if you don't want to be that guy, what you got to do? You got to spend some money. You got to spend a little VC. Guess what? Not only do you got to spend your VC, you got to sit there and grind out the actual My Player mode, because nobody actually likes the fucking My Player mode. We all want to hop straight into the park. But guess what? You can't hop in the park with no fucking badges, right? So you got to get badges, right? And so any of y'all know who play 2K, getting badges is not fun. You gotta do some cheesy shit, right? Like, you getting shooting badges, you putting that shit on 12-minute quarters and shit, you calling a pick every single time down and just fucking shooting off a screen. Some goofy shit like that. Like, this shit's boring and you gotta do that shit for hours, right? All to unlock your badges, all to level up your player, all to rank up. So what? So you can be good, so you can perform, so you can go out and play the game, right? But before you go play the game, you have to go fucking level up first, right? GTA. We start broke in a shitty house. We gotta steal cars and shit. We ain't got no wheels. But by the end of the game, shit, you own multiple properties, mansions, all types of cars and shit. And let me tell you something, listen, life is no fucking different, right? Life is no different. The only difference is, bro, It takes more time for you to build your character out here than it is in there. But this is the thing, right? We all have such a fucking short-term perspective, and this is what really fucks us up, right? This is what really fucks us up, because a lot of us overestimate what we could do in the next 30, 60 days, but we underestimate what the fuck we could do within the course of a year, 3 years, 5 years of just locked in and hard work. And let me tell you this, right? Coaching, right? Y'all know I coach, right? In the gym, right? So everybody's always looking to lose 20 pounds in the next 30 days, 60 days, right? Cool. We got weddings, we got events and shit we trying to look good for. All that shit, right? So if I tell you that you can fucking lose 20 pounds in the next 30 days, everybody's jumping. Everybody wants that, right? But the moment I sit there and tell somebody, listen, the way you want to look, you're not going to look that in 30 days. You're not going to look that in 60 days. Hell, you're not going to look that in 90 days. Give me a year, and I promise you'll be in the best shape of your life, and you'll never look back. You know how fucking people look at me? A year? That's too long. They don't want to commit to a year because that's not fast enough. We live in a fast-paced society. We want shit like this, right? But guess what? Listen, this is the thing. This is gonna fuck y'all heads up, right? Looking for the shortcuts is the shit that's slowing you down, right? How many years have you been looking for the 30 days, 30-pound weight loss fucking magic pill, magic shake? How many years have you been looking for the quick fix? And you're still not where you want to be. Guess what? Because the time will pass regardless. It won't stop. So why not just do what the fuck you need to do? Because I tell you what, projecting a year out, yeah, listen. Projecting a year out is far. Like if I try to look ahead, it is a year far. But do me something real quick. Project a year back. How long ago does last year really feel? Can't speak for y'all, but the shit feels like yesterday. Hell, I got fucking memories of being like 7 years old that feel like yesterday. See, time works in a weird dynamic, right? But if it's one thing I can guarantee you is that time is gonna fucking pass regardless. So, what do we need to do? If the time is passing, why don't I just stop trying to shortcut shit and just do the fucking work? Do the fucking work. The work works, and it will never not work. There is laws that govern this universe. If you go get onto a roof of a skyscraper and you jump, 100 times out of 100 you will always fall down and you will never go up. It's the law of gravity. So, in regards to whatever you want in life, you can achieve. You really can. But you have to do the work. So when y'all hear me talk, it's not because I'm arrogant. It's not because I lack humility. I think so fucking highly of myself because I know what I'm capable of. And just because I think highly of myself doesn't mean that I think low of anybody else. We are all God's creations. And the universe is our playground. And we can do and achieve anything we want as long as we're willing to work for it. I'm going to work for it. Y'all see me putting in work. Like I said, dues paid every fucking day. Dues getting paid. Hell, I'm in here studying and shit. I just stopped to just shoot this impromptu video. I had to get some shit off my chest. But the dues got to be paid. The work has to be done. It ain't no magic. And for my men out there, for my men, my guys, listen. For you, it's forever more critical. Because guess what? Ain't nobody coming to save you, my G. You a king. But guess what? What are you a king of? You got to build your kingdom. If you want to be a king over dirt, sticks, sand, that's on you. But you could be a king with a castle. You can be a king with a village. You can be a king with soldiers. You can be a king with extreme riches, but you have to build your kingdom. You have to do the work. Ain't shit gonna be handed to you. Nobody's gonna give you shit. And guess what, my G? When it's all said and done, nobody really give a fuck. You gotta be in tune with you. That's why I say you gotta know yourself. You really have to know yourself, my G. But once you get to that level, I promise you, everything else will unlock. Do the work. So, Saturday, go watch this video. I'm gonna probably chop this shit up and be dropping this shit on Reels, honestly. I just pulled out the fucking camera, got the recording. I'm fucking smoking my cigar. But do the fucking work. Make goals, right? And not just goals, because we all make goals. That shit doesn't work. It don't fucking work. How many fucking times have you sat and write down goals? This shit doesn't work. So we don't make goals, right? We make plans. So whatever your goal is, right? You take that shit and you gotta reverse engineer it, and you gotta break it down into action steps that we're fucking taking every day, right? So real quick before I end this shit, let me give you an example of like reverse engineering some goals, right? All right, something simple that a lot of you guys can fucking relate to. I don't know why, because you guys listen to fucking people throw out random shit, right? So a lot of you guys have this goal of, oh, I want to make 6 figures, right? So 6 figures, right? $100,000, okay? So let's say our goal is to make $100,000, okay? We can write that on a piece of paper and we can read that shit every morning, right? But if our actions aren't in alignment with making that $100,000, how the fuck are we gonna get it? Is it gonna fucking fall out the sky? Good fucking luck. Good fucking luck. No, we actually have to do shit. Faith without works is dead. It says that shit in the Bible. It says that shit in the Bible. So, $100,000. Okay, first let's take an audit, right? I want to make $100,000. What am I doing now? What are my income streams now, right? Can I make? It's like in my current career, is it a path for me to make $100,000? Okay. No, I don't have any skills. I'm working at Walmart. There's no way in fuck I'm making $100,000. Okay, so first things first is I gotta come up with a plan on a way to make some more money. How can I make $100,000? Do an audit of that. Find a way. Okay, so let's say I don't want to start a business or anything. Let's say we do some research and we come across cybersecurity, right? Or fuck it, coding. We learn coding, right? And software development, like 100,000, fucking easy, right? So here's the problem, right? I don't know how to code. I don't know how to make softwares. I don't know any of this shit. So you know what we got to do? We got to learn, right? Okay, so how are we going to learn this shit? We live in a day and age where you don't got to go spend 4 years in college for it. So guess what? What do you hop on do? What do? You hop on Google and guess what? You type in, how do I learn how to code? What are the steps to become a software developer? You literally type this shit in and you start figuring this shit out, okay? Guess what? Okay, so now I did my little Google search. Guess what? There's an online course that teaches someone how to become a software developer, right? And then we find this course. Okay, how much does this shit cost? Okay, it costs $1,000 to enroll in this online course. Okay, I don't have $1,000, so how do I get $1,000? Okay, I work at Walmart, but I got these bills. Can I get overtime? No, I can't get overtime. Can I pick up a second job? I can pick up a second job. What skills do I have? Can I fucking tutor? Can I babysit? Like, y'all gotta think about this shit and like really fucking plan this shit out, right? So now we gotta make a plan on how we're gonna get this $1,000, right? So maybe for the next couple weeks, we fucking work overtime at a job so we can get $1,000 to buy this course, right? So then we buy the course. Now, how long does this take for us to go through this course, right? However, you plan that shit out and like, yeah, bro, y'all get the point. So you just start breaking this shit down. You just start breaking this shit down, right? But you got to start somewhere, because writing a fucking word on, like writing a goal on a piece of paper doesn't do it. Start breaking this shit down. So now we're learning how to code. Now we're learning how to develop softwares and shit. And guess what? Now it's time. Now I got the skill set. Now it's time to look for employment, find jobs, right? Then after we find jobs, okay, maybe we don't start off 100,000 entry level. What do I got to do to get a rate? Like what? Like really dive deep into this shit. Like y'all see, like I'm glowing and shit. I'm smiling. Like this is the way my brain works. And the crazy thing is, like all the shit we want, it's so simple. Like, bro, I promise you, accomplishing this shit, it's not hard. It just takes time, and we gotta do the fucking work. And stop trying to rush it. Stop trying to take shortcuts. And I promise you, if we just put in the work, we're going to get the results. Like I tell my weight loss clients, listen, it's calories in, it's calories out. As long as you're consuming less calories than you burn, you will always lose weight. It's the law of thermodynamics. Like, it's infallible. It's the way the universe works.